This is FMCommander. This is the vSoft Communications Premier Allocations program for doing FM studies. You can upgrade a station, you can find a new channel, you can move the location of a station. There's many things you can do with this program. We're going to do a study and create a job file. I'm going to click the icon right here. This opens up the reference screen. And we're going to call a station up from the database. You could put your own parameters in if you wanted to. I'll call up this station and we'll click onto this. It puts the parameters into the various slots where the text needs to go for your study. And when you're ready to do a study, you click compile and then you click save. And we're going to create a spacing study. It's very quick. And here is our spacing study for KOEL. KOEL's parameters, the reference station parameters, are located in this box. Any of these parameters can be changed simply by clicking into the box. And if I click into the class and move it to a C2, for example, you'll find that the program will flag you saying that your power is too low for it to be a C2. It needs to be a C3. And if we continue, we can see that as a C2 we would have significant overlaps, and so we cannot operate as a C2. The magenta color indicates that this station is a short-spaced 73-215 station. I'll change it back now to a C3 and we'll continue to look at this table. This column indicates the minimum spacings required by the FCC between our reference station and other stations that have an adjacency relationship. In this case, we'll take a look at KMGO, which is the second station here. All of this is sort ordered by the greatest margin, or I should say the smallest margin. And in this particular case, the FCC says we have to be 163 kilometers. We have a distance of 163.9 kilometers. Therefore, we have 0.9 kilometers of clear space, which is good. And the double caret next to the call letters of the station simply indicates that this station meets the spacings. You'll see the double caret when you're using the contour-to-contour screen, and in many cases you would not necessarily see this particular screen. You would see the other contour-to-contour screen, which we're not going to show you at the moment because there's too many things to show you all at once. Now I'm going to go to the spacings map, and we're going to look at, let's center this up here, we're going to look at the spacings that are shown in this column plotted as circles from the transmitter location. And you can see that our reference station, KOEL, is located right here in Waterloo, Iowa. And KOEL actually has an area to locate within this area, which is defined by these circles. So it can move around within that area and not have any contour overlaps, spacing contour overlaps. Now if we move to this location just on the other side of the green circle, we will actually find, oops, we have a spacings overlap. We're just too close and we're inside the spacing for KMGO, which is shown up here as a minus 1.5. So this is basically the screen that you can use for looking at the area to locate where you could put your station. And it does a number of other things, including showing you the profile between two locations. You can see the path profile between your station and your city of license using this tool. Many other tools, including the contour tool that shows you the actual 70 dBu of that station located at that location. Now the contour-to-contour study that I was talking about earlier can be seen by simply going to the screen here that we call the mapping screen, the contour-to-contour mapping screen. And if we look at the relationship between KMGO and KOEL, we can see that there is a contour overlap. And that contour overlap is shown right here. And also I should note that the 54 dBu red is the interfering contour of KMGO. The protected contour of KOEL is the black contour, and vice versa if you were looking at the interference that KOEL might cause to KMGO. A lot on this particular map. You can move the call letters around to make it clearer, in this case the frequency, and edit your map so that it looks a little bit better. You can also change the background of the map, including the lakes and streams, or you can take off in certain cases. You might want to show just the contour overlap and the latitude and longitude lines. You could take off these city boundaries. If I click up into here where it says KOEL, this is the reference station now showing its coverage. And KOEL has a 70 dBu that crosses over all of Iowa. So those are some of the main screens. I haven't shown you because we don't have time. The directional pattern editing screen, which allows drag and drop editing, nor the screen that allows you to do searches from the FM database. But this is our basic introduction. We hope you will read on the text on these pages to learn more about FMCommander and other vSoft communication programs.